Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad vs. Daughter. I'm Tim the Dad.
Megan the daughter.
And today we are playing Champions of Midgard. This is a game by Gray Fox Games. It is a Viking worker placement. I do want to kind of point out that this does kind of look like 80s heavy metal font there, which is kind of cool, you know, because Vikings probably had heavy metal, you think?
Probably the hair, at least, if nothing else.
Okay, so let's get to what the game board looks like. It's actually a very big board, so we're going to move the camera a little bit and we're going to show you a few things here. Essentially, each player, at least in a two-player game, is going to start with 4 workers. And Megan and I have our usual blue and green. We have an area called the worker hut right in the middle where we can actually buy our 5th worker if we want. The way that works, the first player that goes there is going to have to pay 5 coins in order to get their meeple. The next player is going to have to pay 4. So there are more rules that revolve around 3 and 4 players. We're not going to touch on those that much. We'll probably talk a little bit more about that in our review. We have up at the very top here, let's move the camera and kind of show you. There we go. We have trolls here. Now, trolls, you know, they're kind of low life. They don't take a lot to beat them, but here's the thing. The village has to defeat the troll. Somebody has to. Otherwise, somebody's going to get blamed because the troll got in the dungeon, you know, and destroyed the girl's lavatory. You know, that's not a good thing. Plus, the trolls have boogies, you know, so you don't want to get boogies all...
Especially if you stick your sword up the nose and you bring it down and you got troll boogies.
Yeah, so everybody... if nobody fights the troll, then we get what's called a blame token. Now, blame tokens are worth negative points at the end of the game. So we don't want to do that. But say if Megan were to go and fight the troll, and Megan beats the troll, Megan can get rid of any blame tokens that she has, and she can assign blame to another player. In a 2-player game, obviously, that's only going to be me. So Megan's going to blame me for everything, right?
Like I normally do.
Right.
You know.
Okay, and I know I'm going to probably butcher some of these Norse names, so, you know, please bear with me if I do. We have the Dragar, which are kind of, what would you call them?
Oh.
Bad guys,
Yeah.
basically. They usually are a little harder to beat than the trolls. They offer better rewards. So, like in the troll, you also get 1 wood token if you defeat them.
They're like orcs from Lord of the Rings. That's what the
trolls
artwork looks like. No, the Dragars.
Oh, okay.
They look like orcs.
Okay.
It's easier to say, but...
Yeah, in fact, you know, while we're talking about it, here, let me grab one of these troll cards and kind of get up close and personal. So there's what the back of them look like. And the troll cards are always these gray. We flip it over, and so there you can see there's the troll. This means that he has 2 fights, so when he fights you, he's going to basically do 2 damage your way. This is his defense, which is 2, so we have to have at least 2 hits in order to defeat him. He's going to grant us 5 victory points. Here's what I was talking about, the blame. So it shows that the blame token goes back into the pool, and 1 blame token goes to another player. And then here's the wood symbol.
Mm-hmm. And here's one of the Dragger. So for this one, you can get 5 glory points and 3 coins. And this one, you cannot use any of the swords to defeat him.
Yeah, the swordsman. There are 3 basically types of Viking warriors. We have the swordsman, we have the spearman, and we have the axeman. And those are represented here. We'll show you what these dice are. So these are the white dice. This is a shield. So if we happen to roll a shield, that means we basically negate one of the bad people, or one of the hits that whoever we're fighting causes. And then we have a lot of blank faces. I think there's 3 blank faces. We have, this is 2 hits, and there is 1 hit. So you can see it looks like a sword.
Mm-hmm. And then here we have the spear dice. So that one has 2, and then 1, and then another shield. And it's got some blanks on it as well, with a couple more 2s and 1s.
But I think there's only 2 blanks on that, where there's 3 blanks on the swordsman.
And then here's the axe one. It has no shields on it, but has a lot of axes.
Yes, I think it has 1 blank face. But yeah, nope, it's got 2. But it's got more hits, so that is at the blacksmith. The spears are at the hafter, and the swordsmen are at the swordsmith. Now, we have a couple other little places I want to talk about. We have the market stalls over here, and in a 2-player game, you're only going to place 2 tiles. Now, there are 2 tiles to choose from. There's a military and an economic, and so what you do is you shuffle those up, you choose one from each, and you place those down there. I'll also point out that if you have 3 players or 4 players, those spaces are marked so that you would put additional tiles down as well. We have the market. Megan, you want to talk about the market? Because you use the market a lot.
Okay, so when you go to the market, you can exchange food, wood, or coins for 1-to-1 ratio. So 1 food for 1 wood for 1 coin, so on and so forth.
And that's pretty much kind of unlimited during that turn. So say if you had 3 wood and you wanted to exchange 3 wood for 3 coins, you could do that.
Yep.
Next we have the Y'all's Longhouse. This is where you are going to be able to take the first player marker and also get a swordsman. We have the hunting grounds up here. This is where you're basically going to assign dice that you're not using in combat. You're going to roll those, and the number of hits you roll, you're going to be able to collect that much food. Think of like in Stone Age when you go to the hunting grounds there. But that has a max. You can only get 6 food regardless of if you roll 10 hits, whatever. Next we have the runesmith. You pay 1 wood, and you're going to be able to either take one of the 2 face-up runes, or you're going to be able to draw off the top of the deck. Now, those kind of give you special things. When you get those, you're going to keep them face down until you want to use them. So they might give you certain bonuses. They also award you victory points, or glory is what it's called in this game, glory points at the end of the game. So in this case, this one would give you 1 glory, this one would give you 3 glory. And it doesn't matter if you used them or not, you're still going to get the glory. We have the Sage's House, where you are going to basically get a bonus card.
Destiny.
So if you complete that at the end of the game, you're going to get victory points or glory points for that. You're also going to be able to look at one of the, what are these called again?
Journey cards.
Journey cards. I would never remember the name of that. The journey cards, and those, we'll talk about those in a minute. But it's pretty important to know what the journey cards are when you're planning some things. Next, we have the Stave Church, and we've never really used that.
No.
But basically, that's where you're going to be able to go, and you're going to be able to pick up a reroll token, which basically is called the favor. And we each start with 1 of those. So you use those for re-rolling 1 die. I already talked about the worker's hut.
Shipwright.
We have the shipwright, which says pay X amount of gold and X amount of wood, and then take that appropriate private ship. Now, the game comes with 4 private ships, but in a 2-player game, you're only going to use 2. You are going to use the, let's see if I can pronounce this one right. This is the
Snikuja.
Okay, that's good.
That's, as good as I can get it.
You'll notice it has a capacity of 6, and what that means is you can load either basically a combination of warriors and food, but it cannot exceed 6. At the end of the game, because you acquired this, that is going to give you 4 glory points at the end. Now, the other ship is the one I always like to get. This is the Drakkar. It is a capacity of 8, and it will grant 8 glory points at the end. But in order to buy it, it's going to cost you 2 wood and 2 gold. And I didn't point out, but the other one costs 1 wood and 1 gold as well.
Yep. Or you can do what I normally do and rent a ship.
Yeah, so why buy when you can rent?
Basically. So you can either buy the public longships, and this one has a capacity of 10, but you have to pay a coin, and that one has a capacity of 5.
So that's kind of a first come, first serve. You don't have to go to the shipwright in order to get those. You basically just pick one. So the first player is probably going to grab the larger of the public longships. Now, what do you do with these ships? Well, you travel with these ships. You travel to distant lands to fight monsters. In fact, that deck actually says monsters. So that's what these cards are down here, and we'll tilt the camera down a little bit so you can see those. Okay, so what do we call these again?
Journey cards.
Journey cards. I forget what these. I know. basically what happens is when we get a ship, we'll move the ship, and we get to choose where we're going to place it. First come, first served basis. So if we place the ship there, we flip this card over, and that card is going to show us certain things. Basically, what happens during our voyage. So Megan's going to show us.
There's one of them. Let me get a couple here.
Okay, so like this one is called All Quiet. And what that means is that there is no bad stuff that's going to happen. So that's really what we want to see.
Then we have the Kraken. That's 3 glory points there, if you can defeat the Kraken as well as then defeating your monster.
Yeah, and you'll notice there he's got a attack value of 1 and a defense value of 2. So you've got to be able to basically use the warriors that you have on your ship in order to take him out. But when you do take him out, you're going to get 3 glory points.
We have then the no wind, so you lose a food because you're stuck.
Yeah.
We have lost, so you lose 2 items, either food or dice, any combination of those. And we have the whirlpool, and you lose a guy because he fell overboard.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Okay.
So right below those cards, you'll also notice that, and they say this is because they're closer to shore, these first 2 slots here, because you have to feed your food, or feed your food.
Yes, feed your food.
You have to feed your people, you know? Here's another game that Tom Vassell would hate because you got to feed your people.
I don't like feeding my people either. I'm with him on that one. Just let them starve. My gosh.
So in this case, 1 food actually feeds 2 of your warriors. Now that's for those first 2 slots. These last 2 slots, because they are further away, 1 food only feeds 1 warrior. So you have to have as much food on your ship to feed your warriors. So say if you had 4 warriors here, you would need 2 pieces of food to feed those guys. Now some of these, you know, if you lose food during your voyage, then that also means you can't use the full number of warriors. So that could be bad.
I think it's interesting you said Tom Vassell wouldn't like this, but this game does have the Dice Tower seal.
Yes, that's true. And Tom does like this game. But that was just one of the things he always points out is feeding your people.
We also didn't talk about the merchant ships down here. And that changes with each round. So it's basically a different ship coming to your port, and you can get different items like gold and food and wood.
So in this, the first one that's flipped over there, you would pay 1 wood, or excuse me, 1 gold, and you would get 2 food and a wood. And the game is played over 8 rounds, so there are actually 8 merchant ships. So each round a new ship comes in. The cards up here in the Runesmith, those get replaced as they are used up. And let's talk about our starting resources. So we start with 4 meeples in our colors, and we also start with a player board. Now, you can randomly choose it, but we chose it based on our personal preference.
And
so,
of
Megan?
course, I'm choosing the redhead. So this is Dargrun, the Destined. And her ability is you can draw 1 additional card, Destiny card, when visiting the Sage's Hut, and you choose 1 to keep. And down here we have these 8 slots, and you can only have 8 Viking Warrior dice at one time. And then we also have the slot up here for your color wheel, so in case you forget or you're playing with more people. And then on the back we just have some cooler artwork down here, so that's kind of, you know, showing off the cool fan art. And then, you know, you got some flavor text down here as well.
You know, and it's nice that they went the extra mile and they did both sides. So that's kind of neat. I am playing as Asmundar, the Pious. So, you know, I think he goes to church. But let's take a look at his card there. His special ability is he can gain 2 victory points or glory points whenever you spend a favor to reroll. So I chose him because he's, you know, he's blonde, and I once was blonde.
Once, yeah, keyword.
Yeah, long time ago.
He also has long blonde hair like Thor. You know, it's kind of appropriate because this is like a Viking Norse mythology game.
Well, and you know, when you fight, you know, all these monsters, you might get a little Thor.
Ha ha ha.
But, you know, when you beat them, you know, you might think you want to have a party and everything, but I prefer to be low key.
Wow.
Ba-dum-bum.
That was just bad all the way around. You shouldn't like disrespect Loki's name like that, man. I mean, come on.
So,
Tom Hiddleston.
so you have your 4 meeples. You have your color. You each start with a swordsman dice.
Yep.
You put that right there. You start with 1 gold, 1 favor, 1 food, and 1 wood. You also start with one of these cards, a destiny
I
card.
think you're gonna need this handy dandy quick reference guide throughout the game, so you know what to call these cards.
So, Megan, avert your eyes, and I'm going to show our viewers what my destiny card is. So, I do want to point out that if you are the one who has the most, then you get this amount of glory points here. If you are tied, then you get this. If you do not have the most, then you get nothing and like it.
You don't know if you have to like it. You just kind of have to deal with it.
We didn't talk about the smokehouse.
Nope.
The smokehouse is where you get your food.
But, it's an important thing since you do have to feed your people.
Yes. The board is also kind of color-coded, so you'll notice that up here at the top, these are all in red. That means that is
Combat.
where you do the fighting. You have the brown, which are...
Instant.
Yeah, those are instant things. So when you go to those, you're going to be able to take the cards or do the actions there instantaneously. You have the blue, which you are going to refill after every round. So you could have multiple of the same dice. You could have a bunch of food there. The merchant ship, it's going to change every round. So I think that about does it.
That's about it right now.
We do have kind of a reference on the board itself up at the very top.
Yep.
And it's kind of hard to see. I get it cranked up there. Megan was pointing to it a minute ago. There you go.
Okay. It tells you the turn order for setup, gameplay, and cleanup.
Yeah. So we've got all the cards shuffled, so let's get ready to play. Okay, according to the rules, the player who has most recently earned glory in battle receives the first player marker. Well, you're a student.
It's hard.
And
School's hard.
you just had, you've done finals this year,
We're getting close to new finals pretty much now.
Yeah, so I guess I'm going to let you be the warrior who most recently got glory.
That's nice. So I'll go first then. Let's go here to the Raiders. I'm going to pay a wood, and I'm going to get 2 of the spear dice. Spearsman.
I think I'm going to go to the merchant ship.
Okay, so that is a gold.
I'll pay a coin, and I will get 2 wood or 2 food and a wood.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's see. I'm going to go to the swordsmith and take that swordsman.
I think I'll go to the blacksmith.
Okay.
And I'm going to get me that battle axe.
I'm going to go then to the hafter and take the spear. The spherical spear. Where are you going to go? You going to fight the troll?
Well, I only have 2. I mean,
But
he's kind of a low-level troll.
You've got your axes, and that's going to knock him out.
Well, you know what? You talk me into it. I'll fight the troll.
You fight the troll so we don't get any blame. I'm going to go take the Draggeron.
Well, if I beat him, you're going to get blamed because you didn't help.
I was too busy taking care of that guy, so I think I should get some slack on that,
Okay. Where else do I want to go?
Got the market. Or you've got the Y'all's Longhouse if you want to be first player next.
Y'all's come back now, you hear?
It's a longhouse. Makes me think of steakhouse. Like Texas Roadhouse steakhouse.
You know what? I am going to go to the market, and I'm going to trade 2 food for 2 coins.
Okay. There you go.
Thank you.
So that was the end of that.
My last player.
So now we're going to assign our dice.
Okay, well,
I'm assigning all of them.
I only have 2, so I'm going to assign them both to the troll.
Okay, so you're first.
So you resolve basically across here in order. So I will roll these 2 dice. And I got 2 axes. So I got the 2 to defeat him, but I did not get any shields. So I will lose a die. I'll just go ahead and I'll lose that swordman die.
Okay.
I get to put that one back on my player board. I will get 3 points. So move myself 3. I will get a wood, and I'm going to blame you.
Yeah.
So you take a blame token.
That sucks. But I'm taking care of the bigger baddies over here, so let's see what we can do here.
Wow.
So I've got 2 shields and 2 hits on him, so I didn't take any damage there.
You're going to get 5 points.
And 3 coins. So that's pretty good.
3 coins. Are they in a fountain?
I don't know. Are there?
3 coins in a fountain.
If you said they
Planes,
are.
Trains, and Automobiles. Anytime 3 coins comes up, you
no.
know, I always say that.
I don't like that movie.
We're a long way from Thanksgiving, too. So.
You are a long way from Thanksgiving.
Okay, so now we don't have any more warriors out there to fight. Nobody is in ships. So the next thing we do is we do our cleanup. So any of the remaining guys here, they go down to the discard pile. We will reclaim our workers.
Yep. We're going to put out new draggers and trolls, and then we add a coin to each monster down here that hasn't been defeated yet. Take it back from Meeples.
And we also add, so nobody took food, so
No.
we'll add 1 there. We will add a die back.
And we got a new merchant ship, so if you pay a coin, you get 3 white dice.
3?
3?
3? Sound like
3
said
white
3.
dice?
Okay,
It's kind
you're
of
still
bad
first
habit.
player.
I think I'm actually going to go there. That's a pretty good darn deal.
Pretty good darn deal, huh?
Pretty good darn
That
deal.
darn cat.
Yep, that's some Disney scene it right there.
Private family joke.
There we go.
Okay, so are you at your max?
Yep, I'm at my max. I am well equipped.
Well, I think what I'm going to do is what I do a lot. I'm going to go to the shipwright.
Yep.
And I will pay 2 gold and 2 wood. And that will get me a private ship. I'm going to take the Drakkar.
That's what you always take.
I always take that. Although, I do point out that you can only take 1. This one is a capacity of 8. So
Yep.
he is the bigger of the 2.
I'm going to the smokehouse so I can get me some food. So that's an important thing to have.
Need the food.
You need the food. You need to feed the people.
You got to feed your people.
Don't know why. I mean, you know, we're saving them. They should be feeding us.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and
Take your ship.
I'm going to sail away. I'm going to sail over here.
That's not bad. Let's see. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go up here to the market, and I'm going to exchange 2 of my coins for 2 food.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go and I'm going to grab the spearman from the hafter.
I'm gonna go here to the public longship, pay my coin there, and I'm gonna go right there.
Okay. Well, you've got plenty of food.
Yep.
And you have a capacity of 10, so you're actually doing
Doing
pretty good there. I've got 1 guy left.
Swordsmith still available.
Well, I think what I would.
Get another dice. You have a wood. You
Well,
could
let
get
me
actually
look
2
at.
dice
I
here.
want to see what these runes do. Let's see.
The knowledge allows you to flip over or view all the face down journey cards, so that's kind of helpful for you if you want to do that. You could take a destiny and then you can look at one of the face down journey cards, so you could look at your own that you're kind of face. So
You know
that's
what?
something to do.
I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and pay the wood, and I'm going to take this one.
Okay.
So now this actually goes face down. So
Unless you want to use it now.
and when I want to use it, then I flip it up. So that was the last of my
Meeples.
my meeples.
Okay.
So now we assign our warriors. So I'm obviously going to assign both there, and I have to also put food on there to feed them. And mine is 1 food feeds 2 warriors.
Mine is 1 food feeds 1 warrior, so I got 5 food for 5 people.
So you're at capacity 10. I am at my capacity. Well, actually,
You're
I'm
not
not
at your
my capacity,
capacity.
but you know what the hey. So we've got nothing up here. So actually, we're both going to get blamed because the troll came into the village and wreaked havoc.
Yeah. Troll in the dungeon. So I go first, fighting. So let's see, I have a storm.
So you have to lose a food or a warrior. Now, if you lose a food, you're going to have to lose a warrior because it's a 1-for-1. So, and you're going to have to pay your food anyway. So you might as, you know, either way you look at it, you're going to lose something.
I mean, yeah, I'll just get rid of this white
and then
guy.
all your food
Yep.
is consumed.
So I need, what, 2?
You need a 2, yeah.
And I did. And I have 2 shields. So 2 hits and 2 shields.
So you're not going to take any damage.
Nope, that's pretty good.
And you're going to get 7 points. So 1, 2,
and
3.
a favor, and this coin that's on here too. So that's pretty good. And your turn.
That was actually pretty good. Yeah.
You have a storm as well. So you either need to lose a food or a die.
Oh, wow. That I did not want to have happen. So I'm going to go ahead and I will lose. Well, do I want to lose that? Let's see. Yeah. I'll lose my spearman.
Okay.
Paid my food.
So you need 1 against him, but he's going to hit you for 2.
And you know what? I will use my favor.
Call in a favor.
And by doing that, I'm going to get 2 points because of
Yep.
my ability. So I will re-roll that. And I
Wow,
get 1.
you're lucky.
So I defeat him, but I'm going to lose
2,
which I only have 1 to lose, so that's all I'm going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
That will get me 8 points. So that puts me up there.
Yep. And you get a favor.
And I do get a favor back. So
Nice.
that I just run the floor.
Nicely done. So now we have the cleanup. So bring back our meeples. And our ships go back. Gotta return that.
And my ship comes back to me. We get rid of the used adventures. Is that what they're called again?
Journeys.
Journeys. Why do I never remember
Like the
that?
shoe store. Journeys.
Like the shoe store. Yeah.
You're gonna need some shoes for your journey, so
And
you
we're
know.
gonna put new monsters out.
Yep.
Oops.
So there's that.
Put a new rune out. This rune is the vision or true vision. You think he's an Avenger?
Might be. He is worthy, probably.
This one says you get to draw 2 additional destiny cards when resolving the Sage's Hut, and you still keep 1.
Nice.
But that's your ability
That is
anyway,
my
isn't
ability,
it?
yeah. So I don't need that one.
So I'll grab my
There's
guys
that
back.
one. Okay. We are on round 3 already.
This game does move pretty fast in a 2-player game.
2-player. Oh, let's see. Where do I want to go? I'm going to go the half turn. I'm just going to take that 1, so I'm back at my max capacity.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'm going to take the blacksmith dice.
Gonna go up there and fight the dragger.
Okay, I'm going to go to the merchant ship.
So that is a coin for 2 food and wood. While I'm at it, I'm gonna go fight the troll.
Can't get these little pieces out.
So your turn.
You're going to fight the troll.
Gonna fight the troll and the dragger. Double duty. Get those bad guys out. I got 2 axes though, so I can do it. My character, she's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I will go on the boat
You going
again.
on an adventure?
I'm going to go on an adventure. I'm going to go right there,
Okay.
I think. Do I want to go to that one?
You can't use spears, which
You know
is
what?
fine. You have axes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to this one.
Gotta go to that one.
That's
He has
where I'm
more glory points and money, so that's pretty good.
And I don't have any spears to worry about, so.
Yep. I'm gonna go over to the Sage's Hut, so I'm gonna get 2. And I get to keep 1 of them.
And you also get to look at one of the Journey cards.
Yeah.
Ha, I can remember. I should thank Steve Perry. Journey, the lead singer of Journey.
I only know like 2 Journey songs, so you know.
And that's probably from Glee.
I don't watch Glee, but that's all the music they played at our dances in high school, so I'm gonna peek and see what do you have down here. Ho. Good luck. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm out of meeples, so.
I have 1 meeple left.
1 meeple?
So, you know what? You could be bluffing, but
I am
I'm
bluffing.
going to use my rune card for
No.
knowledge, and I am going to view all of the face down
All of them?
Journey cards. All of them.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
What?
I grabbed the wrong boat.
You grabbed the wrong boat.
I grabbed the boat that was sitting at the dock
Maybe
instead
we
of my
should
boat.
put that boat somewhere else so you don't accidentally grab that
Let
one.
me take a look at what we got here. Oops.
You can like clue me in too, you know, if you want to. But that one's, oh man.
Ooh.
Yeah, see, I wasn't bluffing.
No, you weren't.
I'm not
Can
gonna
I go
lie
over
to
that
you,
one?
you know.
Okay. So what I need to do is I need to get some more
Yep.
fighting dudes. Because you know what this is?
It's a fighting
It's a fighting hand.
Oh, man.
Okay, so now we assign dice. You're still first player.
Yep.
And
You also gotta need to feed your people.
I gotta feed my people, but I do have 2 food, which will feed 4 of my people.
Yep.
So there we go.
I need 3. Is that what I need for the troll?
You need 3. He's gonna fight back with 2.
I got 3.
You got 3,
I'm gonna
but
take
you're gonna
2
lose
hits.
2.
Let's just get
And you're
rid
gonna
of
get
those.
6 points.
Nicely done. Woohoo. 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're gonna get a wood.
And you know what?
You're gonna get to sign or get rid of a blame token.
Mm-hmm.
Here's that. Here's that. And it goes back in the
This-
pool,
my
but then you
gosh.
give it to
You
me.
didn't help at all.
Yeah, I didn't.
You were slacking here. And I'm doing double time. So I need 1 for this guy. So hopefully, come on.
And if you get a shield,
I got a
nothing
shield
happens. So
And a sword.
you don't lose anything. You're gonna get 3 points and a coin.
Woohoo.
So 1, 2, 3, and a coin for you.
That's pretty good.
All right. So now that I know that I am facing the Kraken down here, I can
If you
get this
can-
up.
Come
There
on.
is the Kraken. So the Kraken, like we showed you earlier, it has 1 fight and 2 defense.
Yep.
So let's see what I get.
You're good.
Well, I got a shield, so
You're
I'm
good.
actually going to be able to keep everybody, and I got 4. So
You all
the Kraken.
survived.
So we survived, and I get 3 points, please. So the Kraken will go over there. Now, expend my food for my brave warriors, and I got 4.
Which you needed
I
3.
only needed 1.
1. So he had 3 against you. You didn't get any shields.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and I will use my favorite token.
Really?
Yes, because I wish to re-roll. I only needed 1, so I'm going to re-roll these because they have
Ooh.
shields on them.
You can only reroll 1 for 1 token.
I can only re-roll 1. You're correct. So
I
that
was
was
like, don't do that
so.
one.
Yeah. So let's do this.
No.
And nope. So I'm still going to lose 3. So I'll lose these 3.
But you did defeat your monster. You got 2 coins there and 12 points.
And
you get a favor.
I go to favor token. And since I did use a favor, I'm going to get 2 more points.
Okay. So there is your favor back. And put some money on those guys so when we go back. Because now it is going to be round 4.
Bring my ship back in.
It helps.
Oops.
You know, I might have taken some damage from that Kraken battle. Okay, so the merchant ship here is you pay a coin, you can get 2 of the axes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do all trolls live in the mountains?
I don't
Because
know.
this is a mountain scene up here.
They might.
Or
I
is
don't
it just
know.
in Norse mythology?
I'm not really well versed in Norse. I'm just interested in Loki. So, I mean, I don't know. But I'm first, so that's cool.
Okay, so we were in round 3.
We're in round 4, actually.
4?
Yes, round 4.
Okay.
Hmm.
And you have replenished everything?
Yep.
Okay.
Gonna go here to the smokehouse and get some food, because that's a necessity.
It does help if you plan on doing any fighting.
Yep.
You know, I think I will go. I'm going to fight the troll
We're gonna
this
fight
round.
the troll, so
I'm
I don't
gonna-
have to take care of it.
I'm going to fight that troll.
I can be a little lazy then.
I'm going to whack that spider.
Like that spider. That's a good thing. I'm gonna go here to the raiders and pay a wood and get 2 of the spearmen.
Almost like spearmint.
Spearmint. Maybe they smell minty. I don't know.
Minty? Maybe they're minty fresh?
Minty fresh.
Well, that's kind of what I wanted to do, but that's okay. I think I'll go to the merchant ship. I will pay a coin, and I will get 2 of the axemen.
There you go.
It's a TV show.
Is it? I don't know. I'm gonna go to the market and exchange a coin for 1 food.
I am going to also fight this Dragar.
Okay. And I'm gonna take my public transit there. That's what they probably use. It was like the bus system there. So we're gonna go right there to that one.
Okay. Let's see. You know what? I think I will go and I'll go to the Hafter, and I will take Spearman. Experiment.
I'm out of meeples.
I am out of meeples.
Sign the dice.
So sign the dice. Let's go and do this. Let's go there and there.
Let's see. 6 and 9. There we go.
Okay, so let's fight that troll. I only need a 1. Whoa.
You're knocking my stuff out
So,
over here. You did it.
I did defeat him. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, well, you know, I'm not going to do that.
You could.
No, it's not going to do me any good.
You're going to lose 3, so you're going to lose both of them.
I'm going to lose both of these.
But you defeated the troll, which
I will
is
get
good.
6 points, please.
Okay.
And I will get a wood.
Yep.
And I am going to get rid of one of these blame tokens, and I'm going to blame you.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm taking care of the bigger guys. I've got a lizard thing over here.
A lizard thing. All right,
it could be a dragon. I don't know. It's not doing the tongue thing.
I'm going to take out this Dragar here, and good thing I didn't have any Spearmen because I couldn't use them there. So I need 1 for him. Oh, this is why I saved my favor. So I will use my favor, which will get me 2 points, please. And I will re-roll this one. And I got 1, which is all I needed. But I'm going to lose both of my warriors. I actually have a set.
I do too.
You do have a set. Wow.
So
I guess I should do it like you did.
you can.
But I do want to point out that this guy that I have, he's Finner Cub. Do you think he's related to Finner Greyback?
I don't know.
Finner Greyback.
I don't like that
Harry
guy.
Potter. You know, was a
He
werewolf.
was the one that changed Remus, so he was a werewolf.
Yeah, he's a bad dude.
I like Remus. You don't want to mess with Remus. So I have a whirlpool. I'm gonna lose one of my dudes.
You lose a dude.
Oh, he went overboard. And I gotta pay for the rest of them. Food.
Well, at least they didn't eat him.
We could have.
So you need 3 hits.
I
and
got,
you got 4.
5.
You got 4.
I got
Oh, you
5.
did get 5.
And 2
That looked
blanks.
like a 1. So you're gonna lose 2 guys.
Yep.
So I would lose the guys that didn't help.
It didn't help.
That's gonna give you 14 points.
Woohoo.
You also get a favor.
Nice.
Here's your favor.
Thank you.
There's your 14 points that you're gonna get. Wow. That's huge. All right, so we do our cleanup.
Yep.
We're gonna be in round 5.
So they get some more coins. Get a new merchant ship. Gotta go back to the port stop.
So round 5.
Yep.
And we gotta get rid of him.
And
put a new troll out and put a couple new Dragars out.
there's your little people.
Little people. My little people.
Little people. Big world. It's a TV show.
Alright, you're your first player.
Where do I want to go?
You've reset everything, right?
Yes, I have.
So we have
Yep, we're good.
3 merchant ships left.
That's correct. I'm gonna go here to the swordsmith. Take those 2 white dice.
Well, I think I will go to the blacksmith and I'll take those 2.
Okay. I'm gonna go after one of those Dragars up there.
Okay. I'm going to go to the merchant ship and I'll pay my coin, get 2 food and wood.
Okay. Do you have any plans on fighting a troll?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's your turn. So you want to fight that troll? You fight that troll.
I'm just, you know, thinking.
You whack that spider.
No, I'm just gonna get that dice. Play it safe.
Play it safe, huh?
But, you know, you can take care of that troll. You know, it's probably a nice thing to do.
Now, I'm going to get on my ship and I'm going to sail away. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me.
Sticks. Haha, I knew that one.
Only because I told you when I sang it in the last game.
Well, you know, I remember. He's a 7 troll. I might as well go against him.
That does give you a lot of points.
You could have had it,
Yeah.
but you know,
I could have had a V8.
could have.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Woulda.
I think I will go to the sage's house.
Okay.
And I will take a card. I don't need to look at those because actually,
you probably should look at
I'll
your
look
own.
at this one. I looked at it last turn.
Hmm.
Okay, so now I know that one, and
You have to keep that one.
well, yeah, I want it.
No, just, you know, saying.
Okay,
Out of meeples.
so we're out of meeples. Let's assign our warriors.
There we go.
All right, you can fight that troll.
You gotta have 2, right?
Yep.
Got it. 3
And
and
shield. So you're only going to lose two warriors, but you're going to defeat him.
Yep.
So you're going to get 7 points.
cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
You're
6,
going to get a
7.
wood, and you're going to get rid of one of your blames.
You went on vacation.
I went on vacation.
You went on vacation.
There you go.
You were on vacation.
Thanks.
So
So
you.
you blame me because I went on vacation.
Yes. Why the heck were you on vacation? I'm just fighting people back here. Just got this dragger. I need 1. And I got it. Got 3 hits, but he hit me back.
So you only lose 1 though. That's not bad.
He shouldn't be hitting people. I'll just put in my red. There
And
we
you're
go.
going to get 3 points
Mm-hmm. And a coin.
and a coin.
So, and 1, 2, 3.
All right. So now I am in my longboat, and all was quiet. I knew all was. So
It's too good, man.
let's roll these. And I got a 2, which is all I needed.
But he
And
hit
I
you
lose.
for 3.
He
Oh,
gets me
1.
for
Sorry,
1.
I was looking
So
at
yeah.
that one.
So I will get 8 points, please. And I will get a favor and these 2 gold that are on top of there.
Nice.
So grab a favor. So that is it. So we will do the cleanup. We will move on to round 6.
Yep. I'll get this guy some coins. I don't know if I gave that guy a coin last time or not. I hope I did. Okay.
So we have a new troll up there and a couple new dragars. Oh, we need a new monster.
It would help. Know what we're going up against.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to pronounce these guys' names because yeah, I'll just butcher them.
Elgentar. I hope. Who knows?
Elgentar.
Elgentar. I'm first.
You are
What
first.
do I want to do? I'm going to go to the Raiders.
Mm,
Was that something you wanted to do?
I did want to do that.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Not
All right.
really.
So I will go to the blacksmith and take that because that's kind of what I do.
Yeah. Kind of what you do?
Kinda.
Just kind of?
Just kind of.
I'm gonna go face that dragar.
You're going to face that dragger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go to the smokehouse and get me a couple steaks.
Yeah, doesn't sound bad. I'm gonna go here, and I get to take 2 and keep 1 of them.
I will point out to any of our viewers that have watched most of our games where bonus cards come into play, Megan rocks at that. She literally kills me.
I'll keep that one.
Uh.
Slide it in there. There we go.
Go.
Your turn.
Well, let's see. Let's go and get me a spearman.
Okay. Well, you know what? I don't want to get any blame. I'm gonna go against that troll.
Okay, good, because I'm going to take my ship and ride out of town, and I'm going right there.
Okay. So assign the dice. Our peoples. Whoa, knocking that guy down. There we go. So first I need 1. And I got 4, but he's going to take out 2. So we can get
Yeah, you're going to get 4 points.
1, 2, 3, 4. Get a wood.
A wood, and
I mean,
do you have any blame left?
yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Because
thanks.
you're just, don't know what to do with you there. And I've got this one. I need 2 for him. I have 2 and I have a shield, so he's only going to lose 1.
So you're going to
Not
get
too
another
bad.
5 points.
And 3 coins.
And 3 coins. I'll give you your 5 points.
Thank you.
Alright, so it's time for me to
What are you going to do?
face my guy, and that
It's
is
all
all
calm.
quiet. I knew that, so there's my food.
You're just too good at this.
Yeah. Well, it pays to look. And I got 2. I only needed 2. And I'm unfortunately going to lose all 3. So
Sucks.
there is that. I will get the coin. I
How
will
many
get a favor.
points?
I will get 14 points.
Wow. Here's your favor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 60. There you go. So I'll get some new coins on those guys. So we do our cleanup. On round 7, so that is a coin for 2 of the spearmen. I might as well go the swordsmith. Just take those 2.
Well, I think I will go to the merchant ship. I'll pay a coin, and I'll take 2 spearmen.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the market and exchange 3 coins for 3 food.
Okay, I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna fight this Drakkar.
You do that. Get on my boat. Gonna go right there. Pay a coin.
Well, I think I'll grab this spearman here.
I'm going to the sage's house again.
You like going to that sage house?
It helps.
Sounds like the name of a restaurant where they have
Lots of spices.
spice with sage.
Probably. Okay.
So I've
You
got
have one more.
one guy left. Yeah. What
Do you want to go face the troll? You know? So we don't get blamed? You've got enough blame tokens. You really want another
No,
one?
because I'm fighting the other guy.
Yeah, but you know,
Do I want to fight him as
trolls
well? Trolls
in the dungeon.
Trolls in the dungeon.
Just, you know, I thought you ought to know. You know.
You know what? Let's do this. Let's go here.
Wood.
Give me 2 spearmen. I'm loading up on spearmen.
Oh, you know, it kind of helps. So, okay.
So we will assign dice, and I might as well just assign all of them there. One of the aspects of the games we did not talk about was begging. If you have nothing else that you can do, then you can beg the public. So what they'll do is they'll give you food. It's kind of like PETA throwing out a piece of bread, like a pita bread.
And his parents were bakers. That's why they named him that.
But you also get a blame because you were begging.
He did get beat for that because he wasn't supposed to give out the burnt bread to Katniss.
Yeah. Okay. So we've assigned. You've got all of your stuff assigned because you can only assign 3 because of your food limit. So we will fight that dragger. Actually, we're going to take care of the troll first. We're each going to get blamed for that.
I mean, I told you could have got him, but no, you're just slacking.
Well, so let's see. It's a 1 and a 1. I'm just hoping I get some shields and some spears.
You got shield or
So
spears.
I got that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my favor.
So that's 2 points.
For 2 points, and I'm going to reroll this one.
No. Nope.
And I will use. You know what? I'm not going to use my other favor.
Okay.
I'm just going to lose one of these die.
All
and
right.
I will take this guy. I will get a coin.
And 3 points.
And 3 points.
There you go. There's your coin.
Thank you.
So I have hopefully something good. All's quiet. That's a relief.
You got lucky.
I did get lucky. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Wow. So I need 2. Come on.
You got 1. Yeah, you got a
Let's use
favor.
You want 2 points there.
You don't get 2 points.
I
I
don't
get it because it's my
points.
ability. You got
There's
a shield.
Let's see.
And another shield.
shield.
So you're not going to lose anything. Oh, you got another favor?
I have to fight him still. I've only got 1 hit on him.
Well, that's true. Or you can just kind of, put your tail between your legs.
Got it.
Okay, so you're still going to lose 1, but you
That's
are going to
okay.
beat him. And you're going to get a favor back.
Yep.
And you're going to get 10 points.
Woohoo.
So that's going to move you up right there. All right, so we'll do our cleanup and we're moving on. Is this the final round?
It's the final round.
The final countdown.
But we're not counting down to anything, are we?
Ba-da-ba-ba.
Did I miss something? Okay, last merchant ship is a coin for a axeman and a spearsman. So reload here. There we go.
Okay. You are still first player.
I'm still first player.
I'm a little messy with the dice.
Oh well, I'm gonna go to the smokehouse, get some food.
All right, I'm gonna go fight this dragger.
I'm gonna go with blacksmith. Get those axes.
Yeah, I will go ahead and I will grab me another spearman.
I'm gonna go fight the troll as well. While I'm at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and to the merchant ship. I will pay my coin, and I will get an axeman and a spearman.
I'm gonna go here and get the sword. So I'm allotted my full. So that was it for me.
And I will fight this Drakkar as well.
Okay.
So that is it. Now let's assign some dice.
All or nothing for the last one. Why not? Okay.
All right, time to fight that troll.
I just need one, but you know, I want to be prepared here.
Well, you definitely kicked his butt.
And I lose two, but you know, that's okay. It's the last round.
You can get a wood,
Woohoo!
and you can get rid of one of your blames.
I mean, come on. I
Yeah.
told you should have gotten it.
And there is your troll trophy.
And I get 4 points. Please.
All right, so let's fight this Drakkar here. I need 3.
Yep.
And
Yeah, a lot.
I kicked his butt. And I got to lose 1, so we'll just lose that spear.
You get 5 points for that one.
5 points. So that puts me there. And I also get 3 coins.
There's that.
Thank
And
you.
for this one, you will need 2. And you're protected. That's a good thing.
Well, you know what? Oh, I only have 1 left. So I have to use my
Right,
1
go
favor.
for it. You get 2 points though.
And I got nothing.
So
So I don't lose any dice, but I also do not get him, which I really needed because I needed another red for my set. So that's it. So we've done all the fighting. So now it's time to add up our scores. Okay, since there is actually quite a bit of final scoring that we do, and it outlines it here in the rule book, we're going to walk through that with you guys, and then you'll know who's going to get the trophy. But we wanted to show you guys how this game is scored. So, Megan, I'm going to let you kind of go first.
okay.
The first thing we're going to do is we're going to score the Destiny cards.
All right. So my first one is Troll Slayer. Have the most troll cards at the end of the game, and I have 4 trolls.
Yeah, I only had 2.
So I get 6 points, please. The next one is Prosperous. Have the most money. I only have 1 coin.
Yeah, I have that, so no points for you.
Have the most yellow enemies. I have 3.
I have 3. So
We
now,
tied.
since we tied, this is where that second number comes into play. So you're actually going to get 3 points instead of, what was it, 6?
6.
So 3 for you.
And then Slayer of the Undead had the most Dragger cards. I had 4 Dragger cards.
And I had only 3.
So I get 7 points, please. Okay, and what are your Destiny cards?
I have the most blue enemy cards
I
at
have
the end of the
2.
game. I have 3, so that will get me 6 points. That's the Crusher of Ice. Would that be the Wesley Crusher of Ice?
I don't know. Could be.
I wonder if Will Wheaton likes this game.
I don't know.
And then I have the Craftsman, which is have the most wood at the end of the game. I have 2. So we tie, but I'll get 2 points for that.
There we go. So the next thing we score?
The next thing we score is the set of enemies. So 1 of each color.
I have 2 sets.
You do have 2 sets. So you are going to get 5 points for each of the ones of those sets. So you're going to get 10 points. So that moves you up there. I only have 1 because I could not get another red. So I will only get 5 there. The next that we have is the runes.
I don't have any.
I have 1 rune, the knowledge rune. That's going to give me 3 points.
Okay.
Next we have the private longships.
I don't have any.
I was the only one. That's going to get me 8 big ones there.
Big
So
ones.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have the favor of the gods.
I have 1.
I have none, so you're going to get 2 points.
Woohoo.
So we're tied. This is a really tight game here. Now it's coins. So for every 3 coins, you're going to get 1 point.
I have 1 coin.
You have 1.
You have
and
5.
I have 5. That's going to get me 1 point. And that is the end of the scoring.
Seriously? Really?
Well, out of all the games we've played, that is definitely the closest.
That's awful, man. That was the closest game we've ever had, though.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get to what we think. Okay, I'll start. First, I want to say that we were able to demo this at Gen Con. They had 25 copies for sale per day. This game flew. I mean, if you were not there at the booth, they were gone. I mean,
Yep.
you could not even sniff it. I think we were there fairly early on the third day, and they were already gone. And that was like the second booth that we went to. That's how
Yeah.
fast. I mean, people were beelining to the Gray Fox Games
Walking
booth.
quickly, because you
Walking-
couldn't run.
Well, I did not say run.
No, you had to walk quickly.
But they went there and they got that, and for good reason. This is a great game.
Yes.
We like worker placement games like Lords of Waterdeep. This probably, no, not probably. This does take Lords of Waterdeep to the next level, I
It's
think.
its big brother.
Now, I would say that with not using the expansion,
Yes.
the
Harbor.
the skulls or Skullport or
Skull Harbor. I think that's what
you know, the expansion for Lords of Waterdeep. But this as a base game, this has it. I mean, and it's very thematic. Now, granted, you know, it could be spacemen instead of Vikings, but you know, you've got the long ships. You know, you kind of feel like you're going on a little journey to go down here to the distant shores to face the monsters.
Scoundrels of Skullport.
Scoundrels of Skullport. I knew I
I had the skull right.
But you know, you got the trolls. I hope that's pronounced the Dragger because that's what we've been calling it all along. You know, all the different areas that you can go to in the village. You know, that's cool. You have the resource gathering and the fighting and the dice. So that makes it different enough that I think if you like Lords of Waterdeep, you're going to like this.
Yeah.
And it gives you a different enough flavor that there's room for both in your collection. The other thing I think the artwork is really cool. You know, the monsters look, you know, pretty neat. I'm going to show you this guy here. You know, he's kind of like a sea serpent there.
Lindworm.
But you know, the whole art on the cards is really nice, and you flip it over, and you know, it's I don't know, it's just cool. I think.
I do like the artwork, especially on the board. I think it is very cool, and the artwork on the player cards, as I was saying, I think that's really cool as well. Everything artwork-wise is really good. The components are good. They're really good. Wooden meeples and the food and the wood. Good card stock on the coins and the favors and the blame tokens. The cards are really good as well. You know, they're pretty sturdy. You know, I like them. It's good. I like this game.
Yeah, it's really cool. They and they're known for this. People that have gone out to Board Game Geek, you know, I've seen a lot of complaints on the rule book, and justifiably so. You know, the rule book could have been better, and the author acknowledged that. But you know, that's going to happen. But the great thing is that they were very active on BGG, and they answered people's questions.
Yes.
So props to Gray Fox Games for that. You know, good all the way around, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, just real quick, I wanted to show you guys the other characters. So this is Asmundar the Pious, which is the player that I used. We have Dagran the Destined, which was Megan's because obviously
Red hair.
she's a redhead. We have Gilfer the Seaworthy, who I don't know if he is, what was that movie with Mel Gibson? Braveheart, you know, because he kind of got the blue, looks like blue on there. We have Sven Hilder, the Sword Maiden.
She looks like the girl from How to Train Your Dragon. Can't think of her name though.
Okay. And we have Ullr the Berserker. He's a berserker. He looks a little berserk, you know, because
Yeah.
he's missing a horn. All right, so that'll wrap this up. Cool Viking game, Champions
Yeah.
of Midgard. Go out and add it to your collection. So we will catch you guys next time.
Bye. Like and follow us on Facebook to stay current on our show schedule, sneak peeks at future shows, and to interact with us.
And as you can see, this game has been fully Gerberized.